All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Peak to Middle School. My name is Narwhal. I'm here with Kyle.
Yeah, you are.
We're back at our original setup.
Yeah, if you're an OG fan, you'd recognize the setup.
Yeah, feels really weird. It might sound a little more echoey than in our studio because this room is obviously bigger. If you guys are on one of the audio streaming platforms or you're a new fan around here, you might not even recognize this, but we're back at our humble beginnings, okay?
I feel like a little kid again.
Yeah.
Little 21-year-old kid.
It was literally just a year ago that we started this show at this table.
I think about a year ago we moved into the office, right? Into the studio.
It's now
remember
April.
when it
No,
was.
we were in there by February
Oh.
or end of January. So we were in there for like a year and a month or year and 2 months maybe.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man, the studio is amazing. We really have no reason to be in here. We just recorded an episode prior to this, and then afterwards I was like, hey,
Let's change it up.
Let's mix it up. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you gotta throw a wrench in the mix and you gotta,
Have you ever used a wrench?
Yeah. My dad's a construction guy. I've used wrenches. I'm not good with them.
I think I've used
them.
a wrench. I've used a socket wrench.
What's the difference?
Socket wrench is a little like...
That's a wrench.
No, wrench. I'm thinking like... You
Yeah, so
tighten it. Socket wrench is the one that like clicks. Like you can click it back. It's like a socket and it has a thing off of it that goes like this.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a socket wrench. A wrench is like this. It's like a hook, and you like hook it over the bolt, and you have to like wrench it.
Yeah.
I haven't wrenched too many things in my life.
I've wrenched a few things, not a lot. Socket wrench. Is that what you use like on a car? If you don't have like an automatic one, you could do it with a hand to get the wheels off. I've never had to change a wheel or a tire.
I have no idea. That's something we should have learned in driver's ed.
Yeah.
I have
think
AAA.
There's
so.
skills like that. I think we should have learned that even in school.
Yeah,
I think that's like
yeah.
a life thing that would be, because either you figure out how to change it on your own and you have a spare tire, or you got to spend like money and call like AAA or something.
Do you have AAA?
My family does, and I'm like on their plan. So at one time in LA, when I first moved there, I finished work at like midnight, and I walk out to my car, and it was fucking dead, and there was nobody around.
Damn.
I'd call. My family didn't answer because it's midnight. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know we had AAA, so I just kept calling. And eventually they woke up, and I was like, what do I do? And she's like, we have AAA, I think. So I called them, got that shit. I had to wait for like an hour and a half, which, I mean, I kind of expected that because it's like middle of the night.
Yeah. No one wants to come for you.
Yeah, whoever came and got me, like that guy must have hated my guts because he was probably in bed or something.
Yeah.
Gets a call. But yeah, I don't know how do we get here?
Wrench.
Anyways, we're back in our the main room. So like I said before, I live with my parents, and so this is like the living room basically. And before we had the studio, we didn't know where else to record, so we would record in here, but like we'd try and do it at times where like my mom was at work or like, but there was times
Sometimes she'd be walking in the background.
Yeah, there was times when like my aunt was visiting, and like I remember she was upstairs in like the guest bedroom, and we were talking about a guy who died because he got railed by a horse. And she told me afterwards, she's like, yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing. I don't think I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah, that's what older people say.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
it's not for me, but I support you.
That's
all I can ask for.
Yeah, but I mean,
who doesn't like to hear about railing horses?
No, horses doing the railing.
Oh yeah, I don't want to rail a horse. I want to get railed by a horse.
Yeah. Well, you don't want.
Well, I don't want to,
but you want to hear about it. I don't want to hear.
Yeah,
about
I like
it.
to hear about it.
I don't know why people are so like
conservative in those ways.
Yeah, they're closed off to like weird things. It's like everybody has thought about weird shit. Why don't we just address it?
Yeah.
It's like old people get so mad when we talk about poop all the time.
It's funny.
And even old people in the back of their mind, they think it's funny too. They just don't want to admit it.
Yeah. It's just the times.
Yeah, man.
Our generation is going to be so cool when they're older.
I don't know, man. There's things that we don't like to talk about that when we're older, younger kids are going to talk about.
Like what? What's something we don't like to talk about? Mortgage. All the kids are going to be talking about taxes and
making mortgage jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know. But there will be something. I haven't hit the age yet where young kids doing a certain thing just does not make sense to me.
Tide Pods.
But like I can understand it.
I guess.
Like I get that cult mentality of this like these trends, and I understand
doing whatever it takes to get like
I get it because I'm part of that generation, but like to my dad, if he saw TikTok dances, he'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, why?
I mean, think about like, I guess your parents are maybe like a little older than mine, but mine, like, they're different than their parents. Like, as in, like, their generation is more open to people, or like more open to certain things.
Yeah.
But then, like, take it a step further, and like now we're even more open. So it's like, yeah, our kids are gonna be like fucking having sex when they're 4.
Well, I mean, I'd hope not that, but
my kids will.
No, I mean, what if? I really think like sex is even getting to a point where it's like a lot more normalized.
It should be.
And I think it's partly because like porn and stuff like that is so much more accessible. People know so much more about sex and like how it works and like how like what different, well, not how it works, but like what certain people like and what people like get off to or whatever. But like it's a lot more normal to talk about sex with your friends or like people you're close to than when my parents were growing up.
Yeah, definitely.
So like, yeah, what if when we're like 80, it's just like, what if it's just like you ask, hey, you want to come hang out? But it's also could be as normal to be like, hey, you want to have sex? And it's just like, oh yeah, for sure. Like
I could see that being a thing. Yeah.
And it's just like, they just relieve stress. It's not even like an emotional thing. It's like, yeah, let's fuck. And it's like, all right,
cool. We're going to go have a fuck date. Like instead of a play date when you're a kid.
Well, I really hope it's not like kids doing it, but like if there's like I wouldn't be shocked if there comes a time when 16-year-olds, it's just like the norm. They're all just like, all right, yeah, we're going to go fuck.
It's like just a school orgy. It's like the pep rally is just a big orgy.
Dude.
Yeah, I hope not, actually. That would be fucked up.
No, I mean, I hope not, but like I really would not be that shocked.
I wouldn't either. Actually, I would be shocked, actually, if a pep rally was an orgy.
Okay, yes.
That would be shocking.
Yes, if a pep rally was an orgy, I think that's when we've gone too far.
Yeah, that's a step too far.
Not that the other one isn't too far, but like it's borderline maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, guys, welcome to our show. This is the type of shit you get here. So if you're new around here, if you found our show from one of our recent ads, hello.
Hi.
Our show has been growing every month. We had the best month ever last month, almost 3,000 downloads, which is almost 100 downloads a day, not including YouTube, which is really crazy.
So including YouTube, we were over 3,000.
When we started the show, I have like all the stats online, but like we'd post an episode and the day of we'd get like 10 to 20. Yeah. If we got 20, we were like, holy shit, we got 20. Then the next day we'd get like 5, and then it'd be like 1, 1, 1. And then we'd post again and get like 15 maybe, then 5, and then 2, and then 3. And that was like the up and down, like every time we posted. Now, if we get less than 50, it's weird on any day.
That's cool to see that progress. And I feel like just going forward, it's only going to get higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, man. And
until we're on top of the world. What?
No, I like the passion. I didn't know if you were going to keep going. I was just letting you do your thing.
No, I kind of popped off and simmered back down.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't know. Just thank you so much to everybody who's been showing love. If you guys are a new fan of the show and you want to leave a review on the Apple Podcast app, it means a lot to us. Just search Peak to Middle School, rate us 5 stars, and write a review. It takes like 10 seconds.
We'll love you forever.
We're trying to get to 100 reviews, and it helps way more than you guys think. But
how do you know how much they think it helps?
Oh, I know what they think. I'm a wizard. Remember, we've talked about that.
Uh-huh.
And I grew up as a knight.
Okay.
And then I became a wizard. And so I have like a wide range of like, I understand how people think.
Yeah, you have quite the spectrum.
And what like...
You're somewhere on the spectrum.
Oh, what was it, dude? Oh, I had an idea the other day. And I knew I wanted to talk about it.
All right.
Fuck, dude, what was it?
Something about the spectrum?
Dude, it was such a dumb... It was about a spectrum, yeah. And I thought of how I was going to present this. I'm so bummed.
Why didn't you write it down?
I don't know, dude.
Why haven't we learned our lessons?
I know. One of these days, I'll think of it again. But it was something about how, like... you know how they say, like autism's a spectrum?
Yeah.
And like there's different
I think
severity.
sexuality is a spectrum
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
sexuality. Like a lot of things are on a spectrum. Okay.
Sure. Spectrum.
And so I don't know what it was. It was either like numbers or colors or like some other subject. And I had a connection of how that could also be a spectrum. And it was like,
Well, color is a spectrum.
well, no, I know it wasn't color though. I'm just
Okay.
saying it was like some other category that people don't normally talk about as a spectrum.
Dogs.
Maybe not dogs, but
Okay.
sure. And I came up with a whole system in my head of how it would be a spectrum and how I could explain it to people. And it like, I'd never heard it explained that way before. And I blew my own mind.
You blew yourself?
I blew myself. Yeah.
Damn.
But I didn't write it down. So I can't express how I blew myself. But one day,
You'll
pretty soon I
re-blow
will.
yourself.
I'll re-blow it for you guys.
Cool.
Kyle,
Yeah.
what's been going on, man?
Like what have I been doing?
Yeah, just I don't know. I mean, obviously we've been talking about quarantine. Nothing's really changed. We're still quarantined. I cleaned my car the other day. I've been doing some like weird things that I wouldn't normally do.
I need to vacuum my car. That's one thing I need to do. I also need to edge the yard, but I'm waiting for it to not rain.
Edge the yard?
Yeah.
Isn't it hedging? Hedging?
No, hedging. What?
Hedging.
Hedging, like you have hedges. You can like trim your hedges, but that's not called hedging.
Wait.
Hedging is like hedging your bet. Edging is, well, one, it's a sexual thing. Two, it's like you cut, like use with the little weed whacker, like on the edge of your lawn.
You're telling me
I'm going to
that
edge my
trimming up the lawn, it's called edging?
edging the edges of your lawn. I'm not cutting the whole lawn.
It's hedging your lawn.
It's not fucking hedging, you idiot. No, it's edging. You're edging the edge. Hedging
You're
is a
hedging
hedge.
it. It's like you're
It's not
what
a
you
hedge.
do to a hedge, you're doing to your yard, so you're hedging it.
No. No. Wrong.
I'm mind blown right now. I never
Alright.
knew that. Okay.
So I need to edge my yard once it's not raining.
I mean, it's not raining right now.
But it's
You want-
wet. Like, look, the grass is all wet.
Oh,
I don't want
excuses.
wet hedge. Edge. I don't want edge. I don't want edge wet.
Was it you who didn't know that edging was like a sexual term?
I just said it was.
No,
a
I
sexual
think,
term.
but I remember like at one point I think we like told you, and you're like, people do that. I was like, yeah, I do that.
No.
Oh, someone was like, had never like done edging before, where you get close and you
Yeah.
back off,
Kinda
let it cool
painful.
down. It's painful.
I mean, it doesn't feel great.
I think it feels good. That's why people do it. For me,
No,
it
it's
feels
like
good.
building up anticipation.
Yeah, but then you're like, all right, I got to simmer down so I can let this feeling last longer, and then you got to keep going, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I cleaned my car. I did normally I'm really shitty about dishes. I'm the guy that I'll rinse them off. Like I'll get the food off of it, but then I'll just put it in the sink, and then eventually it builds up to a point where I'm like,
You don't put it in the dishwasher?
not normally. I mean,
Oh, you're the worst kind of
I
person.
will, but I won't do it right when I finish eating. I'll do it like the next morning or something.
Why?
Because it's like
You're the worst kind of person. Why would you do that?
the extra 15 seconds of going from the sink, open up the dishwasher, make sure there's enough space, and maybe I got to rearrange some shit to put this plate in the right way. I have to be in the right mental state to do that. Sometimes I don't like to do it. I would rather
I'd rather get it over with.
I wouldn't. What I would rather do is after dinner, I'm not really in the mood because it's like tired. I'm tired. Maybe I want to watch Netflix or want to do something. So I put it in the sink. I don't deal with it. But then the next day, when there's always times in my day when I have nothing to do. Like let's say a video is exporting, and let's say my friends are at work.
That's when you'll do the dishes.
Then I'll do it because I'm like, what else am I going to do right now? I can't watch Netflix right now. It's the middle of the day. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you could have just done it a while ago, and now it doesn't smell in your kitchen.
I have a bad sense of smell.
Okay. Well,
My mom complains that things smell sometimes.
yeah. and you
She
just
gets
can't
really
smell
mad at me because my clothes get really smelly. My workout clothes.
it. What are you doing with your clothes? Just like
No,
leaving
just
it?
like when I throw them in my dirty clothes basket. Yo, do you call it a hamper or a dirty clothes bin?
Both.
Okay.
Interchange.
Because
Didn't you pee in it one time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wasn't drunk. He was just like 5.
No, I was elementary school slept walk, and one time I got up on my counter, peed in my sink.
That's a dope move. I've never peed in a sink.
Never. You should try it. It's
I've never gotten to that
baby.
point. Why not?
Yeah.
Try new things. I've never had a reason to.
I mean, yeah, not many people. There's not really usually a valid. Have you ever taken a bath and peed in the bathtub?
I peed in a cup in a bathtub. My sister told me to, and I did
Oh,
it.
you peed into a cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably dumped it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've peed in a
Do you
bathtub.
pee in the shower?
Every single
Yeah.
time.
I don't get why.
Anyone that's grossed out by that, one, I'm helping the environment, saving water. Two, well,
It's just normal. It doesn't like get all over me. Like when I don't get the argument against it. Do you ever feel like there's things that you hear on like social media, like Twitter, you hear, I don't get people who blah, 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 or like unpopular opinion, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes I hear these things and I'm like, there's nobody that actually, like you're saying an unpopular opinion for a thing that nobody feels that way about.
I need an example.
Like peeing in the shower. They're like, oh, I can't believe that people don't like peeing in the shower. Realistic.
There's some people that don't.
I've never met anyone though. I've never heard of a single person that doesn't pee in the shower.
There's somebody listening to this that's like disgusted that you've been saying that. And I'm on your side. Like I am peeing in the shower, any shower, all showers.
Yeah.
They are being peed into by me.
Do you feel like there's time? Do you ever see stuff like that on Twitter where it's like, oh, men who, I don't even know, like men who eat their Pop-Tarts like frosting first are crazy. I don't know, just some random shit. And you're like, but no one even does that. And it has like 100,000 retweets. I'm like,
Yeah,
who does that?
I don't know. Some of the tweets that I hate, like how often tweets are copied and just like retweet. Like people just,
They go viral like
yeah.
5 years after they've been
It's like
tweeted.
but then always the first comment is like people calling them out on it, but
Yeah.
people still retweet it. It's like,
I would
around.
hate if I tweeted something really creative and one of my followers has like 10 times the amount of followers I have and they see it and then just steal it
exactly.
and it goes viral.
It's a bad feeling.
It is.
That's like Backpack Kid got all of his dances stolen by Fortnite. Like he invented like flossing.
The Backpack Kid.
Yeah, that kid with the backpack.
But he's only flossing, right? He didn't invent like the other dances.
I want to say there's like something else. Maybe
There's that Orange Justice kid.
Yeah,
Who's a little fat chubby kid.
yeah.
But yeah, man, I clean my car. I clean my room. I've been flossing every day.
Okay. Oh wow, really?
Every day I've been flossing.
I flossed one time. I had something in my teeth.
How long ago? Like
Day.
during this
Yesterday.
spring. Oh, I thought you meant like
I had ribs.
one time ever.
Oh.
I flossed once.
I flossed. Yeah.
I don't know. I used to hate flossing, and it was kind of a similar to the dishwashing thing where it's like I just don't want to spend that little bit of extra time.
Yeah.
But then I got to a point where my gums would bleed like every day, and I was like, I gotta start flossing.
Do your gums bleed from brushing your teeth?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
That would suck.
there was a time when they were so bad that they wouldn't bleed from brushing, but if I even like poked at them, they would bleed. Or if I like flossed one thing, they'd bleed.
Yeah. Mine always bleed if I floss.
Yeah, man.
Probably should
Gotta start flossing more.
Build up those gum calluses.
Yeah. Oh, also, I've been going through my fridge, and my family is gone, so it's just me here. And my mission was, there's always those random things in your fridge that like they don't really expire for a long time, but it's like
They're just sitting in there.
Touch them because like they're just weird, like pepperoncinis or fucking like horseradish or some shit.
Ew. Yeah.
We have a lot of like weird shit like that, and one of the things is like we had like 10 LaCroix. I don't know if that's how you say them.
I think it's LaCroix, but I don't like saying that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
It makes me sound too like, oh, LaCroix.
We had 10 of them, and no one drinks them, so I don't even know why they've been in here. They've just been in the back taking up space. So I made it my mission to just kind of clear out. Like I don't want to go to the store, so I'm just gonna eat all the stuff we have and like basically clear out all the bullshit. And I hate LaCroix. I've had them once, and I knew I didn't like them. So I thought I'd give them a second chance. And I thought maybe if I drink enough of them, I'll build up this tolerance, like I'll grow to like them. And I got to say, they suck ass.
Yeah.
Still.
But you like White Claws, right? It's like the same thing, no?
No.
You just got to pour a little bit of vodka in it, and then it's a White Claw.
Yeah, but even then, White Claws taste more like soda. Like putting the alcohol part aside, the actual taste of White Claw is much more like soda-y and fruity.
Pour a little Sprite in there.
That's true.
Then it's a White Claw.
I like ginger ale. Ginger ale's good.
Trash. Gross. Throw up.
Have you had a LaCroix anytime soon recently?
No. Not in... I don't know if I've ever had one, actually.
Dude, they're not...
I don't want one.
I don't get the appeal of carbonated water.
Me neither.
I was asking Willig, like, why do you like them? And he said, because it's like a healthy alternative to soda.
Just don't drink soda.
And I was like, why do you need the carbonation? Just drink water.
Dude, people just drink straight up like bubbly water. Like in Europe, they have. My
That's
friends
what
in Sweden
LaCroix
have
is.
a machine that it's like bubbly water. Like you put it in and like it sounds like it's farting. And at first time I heard it, I was like, "The fuck was
Someone's
that?"
going
Like someone
off.
just ripped ass in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But no, like it makes your own sparkling water.
So it's like one of those things they have at works where you can just fill up a cup, but instead of distilled, it's just carbonated.
Yeah, like you fill it up and then you like put it in there and it like shoves a bunch of like air in there and then it's like now it's like bubbly water, but it's like regular water.
And what
Disgusting.
Yeah. And I don't get like
It has a weird taste to it too.
yeah, man.
Like if you order but like just sparkling San Pellegrino water. Ugh.
And like they try and with LaCroix, they try and claim it's like, oh, raspberry flavored. But it's just like,
It's like a little
a tiny, the tiniest little bit of
it
raspberry.
like drops like a little like beep. There's your
Yeah,
raspberry.
Like you can sort of smell it, but the taste is so minuscule, it's not worth it. And if you're trying to get hydrated, you can like a can of LaCroix water is going to take you twice as long to drink than like the double the amount of like distilled water. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like
distilled water is different than
or not distilled,
tap
just
water.
tap water.
Yeah.
It's going to take you so much longer to drink because it's carbonated and it like fills you up and makes you burp.
Sometimes you need that though. Like if you have like an upset stomach, you need like some carbonation. That's why like drinking like sipping on a Sprite if you're like having an upset stomach is like good for you.
Yeah, I never got that. Like, does it actually makes you feel better?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I guess.
My mom, when I was sick when I was little, my mom would always have me eat saltines
Yep.
and Sprite. I'm like, this
Yeah,
is the weirdest
same.
combo ever.
I was down for it though.
Did you like 7-Up?
Yeah. I mean, I'll drink it. Oh, I mean, currently I would only drink it to chase something. That's the only time I really drink soda. If it's
Yeah.
like a mixed drink or if I'm chasing. But
I always felt like, I don't know, like kind of bums me out that Sprite just obliterated 7-Up, kind of. Like, I don't even know if 7-Up is still really a thing. But
it is. It's not great. It's like
They were like
whatever.
the same to me.
It's like a little too sweet. And Sierra Mist is a little too sweet.
I like Mellow Yellow. I don't like soda, but if I had to like pick one to drink, I'd
Never
pick
had
Mellow
mine.
Yellow.
Orange Fanta.
It's pretty good. Strawberry Fanta.
Ooh, I used to. Oh, dude, we used to go to
Dude.
Taco Time for lunch in high school, and
Yeah.
I used to get like a Fanta and mix like fruit punch in it with like orange Fanta.
I remember Taco Bell used to have the Cascade Rush Mountain Dew or whatever it was called,
Oh.
the blue Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
And you could only get it at Taco
it's
Bell.
the calling card of my people,
Yeah. Wait, what?
Kyle.
Oh.
They like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw a video or a tweet the other day that was like Mountain Dew flavored Doritos, and it was like coming to Kyle near you.
Is that real?
I don't know. I hope not. That sounds disgusting. Mountain Dew is. Remember that there is like people said like Mountain Dew makes your dick small.
Yeah.
I
That's
believe
because
that.
there was Yellow 5 and people didn't want to drink yellow Gatorade or Mountain Dew. And I heard
Is Yellow 5 like make your dick tiny?
no, but that's what people always said.
Why?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't. I've drank a lot of yellow Gatorade.
I might explain.
Remember there was also the myth that if you had like something hot over your dick for a long time, it would get smaller.
Well, I think it was that or like it would kill your like sperm, which I think is true. Like it kills your sperm, but like it just regenerates. Like if
Yeah.
you wear tight pants, like you can't have a baby,
Really?
or it's harder for you to have a baby because like your balls are constricted. So like if
Oh.
you're trying to like, for anyone trying to have kids right now, I think most people that listening to this are not trying to have kids.
So you
But
can't
you're
wear
supposed to wear like,
briefs?
I think you can wear briefs, but like you gotta let your balls like dangle for a day. Like just wear
What?
like, just rock like sweats with nothing else,
I had no idea.
and then you
Wow.
consummate
Are you a boxers or briefs guy?
briefs.
You
Definitely
don't
briefs.
you don't own any boxers?
I have like 3 pairs of boxers that I wear on like laundry day.
Okay. But you don't like the feeling of them? You'll never prefer to wear boxers over briefs?
Nope, never.
Oh. I'm like 50-50. I got half and half. Actually, I have more boxers than briefs, but I don't know. Oh, also, you know how I used to say that going to the gym, I didn't mind wearing boxers?
Until they ripped.
Well, yeah, then they ripped, and then I was like, maybe I should wear compression shorts. I've now gotten to a point where, like,
You're
I've
free balling.
converted.
Oh.
No, I've converted, and I still will go to the gym in boxers, but now I prefer not to.
That's good.
It's just
I'm glad you've changed.
yeah. I mean, but why? Why are you? Does my boxers affect you?
If you're doing core and your legs are moving around and like
Mm.
I'm seeing too much of your thigh or like potential ball popping out, then it affects me.
Do do you get a different vibe for the show? Like, do you get a different vibe of this right now when we're in here instead of the studio?
Different vibe? What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm getting a different vibe. Not a bad vibe, just a different vibe.
I have like weird energy because I had just done this super cool dance routine before we recorded. So
yeah, Kyle's
kind of hyped up.
Like he mentioned last episode, he's been getting into dancing.
Not that I'm getting into dancing per se. It's more like I'm going to turn a song on and I'm going to dance and then send it to people.
So Kyle's dance today was to the
I Got a Feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. I had a feeling that tonight was going to be a good night.
What gave you that feeling? Was it just was it the mustache? Was it just
all of the
we
above.
Had a really good episode we just recorded.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
social interaction.
Yeah, seeing another human.
That could be it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm getting really good vibe. I don't know. Sitting here, like, obviously audio quality's not as good. But that's something you guys can suck my dick and deal with it.
Yeah, suck John's dick, guys.
Yeah, everyone listening,
you got to do it now.
Suck my penis.
Yep. It'll be underwhelming, but you got to do it.
It might be microscopic. You might not even be able to find
might not
it.
Find it.
But you at least have to attempt to find it.
Yeah.
And do it.
Please.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like in the studio, there's times when, and one thing I really have noticed and become self-aware of when I'm editing the show and listening to our episodes is I definitely have gotten better as a host, but I feel like I also need to get better at, like, when you have a thought and you're going on something to, like, even if I have something that I feel like will add to it, like, sometimes I got to sit back and, like, let you go.
You got to let me fly.
I got to let you fly. And because there might be times when I think if I say this one quick thing to add to the story or, like, interject, it'll add to it, which maybe in a sense it will, but then maybe it'll throw things off a little bit. But I've noticed in the podcast I really like, there's times where, like, someone might go for 10 minutes on their thing and the other person just letting them do it. And I need to get better at, like, doing that. And I feel like in the studio, I just feel like I'm more like, like
you need to pop out and, like,
yeah,
now you're in the comfort of your own home and you're, like, sitting back and relaxing.
Yeah.
And letting the big boy speak.
I don't know if that's it or what. I guess this isn't a good example because I feel like I've been talking like 90% of the episode. But yeah, I don't know. There's different vibes. It's special knowing that this is where we started.
This is the old stomping grounds right here in this kitchen. Well, not kitchen. What is this?
Living room,
dining room, table. I don't know why I repeated everything you just said there.
But yeah, man, it's cool, dude. Seriously, thank you to everybody listening. We've come a long way.
We have.
Like, obviously, we're
awkward beginnings, holding microphones.
Yeah, man.
Sitting right here.
And sometimes, like, we'd have to record at nighttime. Sometimes the lighting would be shit. And sometimes you'd hear Steve in the background yelling on the phone.
I mean, you still do, though. He'll come, like, mowing the lawn around the corner, like, 3 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been so many times that I've had to edit the episodes of, like, like, one time my dad, we were in the middle of an episode. He just barges into our studio with him. It was him and then his friend who's, like, a plumber. And he just barged in. He's like, "What's up, guys?" Like,
we're recording. He goes like, "Look, it's Mario." Yeah. This guy's name was like Mario or something.
No, his name wasn't even Mario.
It's
his
just
name
a guy
was
with
like
a
Greg.
It was just a plumber with a mustache.
And he's like,
"Look, it's Mario."
Yeah, he's a little heavier set. And my dad just goes, "Hey, he's Mario." I'm like, that's not very nice. I guarantee.
No one wants to be compared to Mario. Yeah. Mario's an ugly guy.
And I felt bad, dude. The guy is so nice, but when my dad said that, he just looks at me and goes like,
"Yep, Mario."
He's like, "I guess I'm Mario now."
Gotta get shit on now. Are you Peach or a Daisy guy? Which one toots your? I'm
gonna be honest. I never owned a GameCube, so only time I played that shit was at your house. Ever. Like, I didn't know anything about Peach or Daisy until I would come to your house and play Smash Bros.
Okay, so which one's your girl? Which one's your ride or die, Peach or Daisy?
Dude, I really couldn't care less, to be honest with you. Which one's hotter? I don't know.
I don't know. Peach kind of pisses me off because she's, like, always getting captured by Bowser.
Okay. What's Daisy do? What's her little shtick?
I don't really know.
She doesn't have
I don't know much about Daisy. I don't know much about Mario either.
So do each of those characters have a storyline in some way?
In, like, some of the games, like, Bowser always, like, steals Peach.
Yeah, I remember that.
He probably just, like, traps her up and like
thrashes her, dude. Yo,
that's actually pretty dark. Like that's probably what like the the gist of it, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise you're just gonna capture her and like, haha, you can't get her.
No, he's
like,
not just locking her up.
He's got a
doing
reason.
things.
Bowser's a dirty little fuck,
Dude.
He's got a big,
He has
giant
spikes on
green
his
penis.
Dude, he has spikes on it too.
Hey, he's got spike dick.
Bro, he tore her up.
Damn, dude, Peach that sucks. Poor Peach.
Peach is a victim of sexual assault. And we're just gonna act like it's and then we go and play Smash Bros and beat the shit out of this woman who has been sexually assaulted.
But she's also the best character to use in Smash. So I've heard. I haven't, had good experiences using her, but
no, I've heard that. Like I've seen pros compete and like
they all use her.
But yeah, man, I don't know. So we don't know anything about Daisy?
No. Are they sisters?
I don't know.
Friends?
Do you know the storyline of of the other characters? Like, could you rattle off the gist of do you know any of them well?
Yoshi's a dinosaur.
That's
lays eggs. Birdo's like his bitch. She's got if anyone's sucking good dick, it's it's Birdo.
Oh, is that the blue one?
No,
the blue
she's
Yoshi.
The pink one with the fucking
yeah, but she's got like
mouth.
blue spots.
I don't know.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, she's got a hole in her face.
She can suck you.
And
she should be the one sucking Bowser. They'd be a perfect fit.
Yeah, they're also dinosaurs too.
Bowser's a dinosaur.
Actually,
he's like
maybe
a turtle.
Yoshi's a turtle.
Bowser's an evil turtle, right? He's got a big shell with spikes.
Yoshi's got a shell too, right? We might be completely wrong here,
dude. People are.
And then there's
mad.
like Wario and Waluigi. I don't know.
Those are like the evil
It's like Fat Mario.
Brothers. They're like the alternate dimension Marios in my mind.
Yeah. Well, it literally is like Wario, Mario,
yeah.
Waluigi, Luigi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which fictional thing? It could be, Pokemon.
What am I most attracted to?
No.
No.
Yeah, sure. Go.
Oh. This is a weird path we walked down.
What I was originally gonna say is, what fictional story or maybe it's a show or anything do you know the most about? Were you the most into as a kid?
Is
there anything where you could rattle off all the character people where they're what they did?
SpongeBob, I guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
All right, what's Mr.
Sports for me? That's what it was for me.
All right, but with SpongeBob, what's Mr. Krabs' background?
His name's Eugene Krabs. His mom, he's like a mama's boy, but he's very greedy. He owns the Krusty Krab. He's got a daughter that's a whale, which I've never understood. Maybe she was adopted. Maybe he fucked a whale.
What's her name?
Pearl.
Good. Wait, no, wasn't there some theory? I read about some deep theory that it's actually not his daughter, but something.
Either he had sex with a crab, had sex with a whale, or she's adopted. And also, I hate the shape of her face.
Yeah.
She does not look like a whale at all. She looks like they have
It's the worst.
She looks like a big megaphone.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. I always wonder how did they come up with the design of these characters? It's all right, we're gonna make a whale. Someone designer.
Rectangle head.
Then they draw some weird shape. They're yup, that's her.
They're rectangle head with she looks like a big L, and then put a ponytail on her, and that's Pearl. And she's apparently attractive. She's supposed to be kind of attractive.
All right, give me the bio of Larry the Lobster.
Big muscle guy. He's a lifeguard. That's about it.
That's all. Is that all they really ever give?
He lifts weights, and he's a lifeguard.
All right. Squidward's story.
Squidward. His rival is Squilliam. Squidward. I don't know if I've ever met Squidward's parents. At least not in the episodes that I watched. Squidward is he secretly likes SpongeBob and Patrick, but he doesn't like to admit it. He just wants to play his clarinet. He likes the finer things in life. He likes music. He likes art. He likes silence. Mm-hmm. He's not somebody that you would want to have as your neighbor, but it's probably somebody that you do have as your neighbor.
Mm-hmm. At heart, is he a grump at heart, or is he misunderstood?
He's a softie. He's misunderstood.
Okay.
He's definitely misunderstood.
Okay. Give me Sandy. Sandy Cheeks.
Sandy. She's from Texas. I don't know why she's underwater. She's got a spacesuit.
They never give you the origin of how she got underwater?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know as much about SpongeBob as I thought I did. She's underwater in like a tree dome. I think she's a scientist. She's also really strong for some reason. She's a squirrel though.
Think about how stoned they would be. They're like, we're gonna have a squirrel from Texas that's a scientist and lives in a dome at the bottom of the ocean.
And her name is Sandy Cheeks.
It's so crazy, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why that show's the GOAT though. Like, because of how weird it is.
Yeah.
It makes it what it is.
Like, you couldn't come up with that on your own.
no.
Like the scene where they're all howling and it's like, ow, ah,
Wait, I don't know if I... Oh, yeah.
like, who wrote that?
No. There's so many weird... What is the one scene that like, if someone says SpongeBob, what scene comes to your mind the most?
That might be one of them.
I have two.
Something from Band Geeks too. That's my all-time favorite SpongeBob episode.
Yeah. I have in my head, I have the one when, I don't even know the story. I just remember like the glow up hands. Those like,
Glove World?
Glove World.
Yeah.
That one. And then I remember, like when SpongeBob is like drying out. He's like, I don't need it.
I need it. I need water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
All right. Give me Gary.
he's just a snail, but he meows. He's driven by food. He left SpongeBob because Patrick had a cookie one time, and that was my least favorite episode. It's called Dumped.
Did it make you cry?
Didn't make me cry, but it always like kind of killed my vibe. Like,
it-
I'd be in a SpongeBob vibe, I'm excited, and then that one comes on, I'm like, ugh.
All right. Patrick. Who's your favorite character in SpongeBob?
Patrick.
He's the
Definitely.
best.
It's got to be
He's the
Patrick.
best.
Patrick, yeah. Patrick, Squidward, and SpongeBob, like, they're the big three, and like, obviously they're my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, you can't pick somebody else. You can't say like Larry's your favorite because he doesn't do shit.
Yeah.
Or Plankton.
Oh, Plankton.
Yeah.
Do you know his backstory?
He's married to a computer, so that is
Name what? Like
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. Anyways, this is interesting. I saw this on Twitter the other day. It was a tweet that said, "What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?" Do you have any advice you'd give to your 18-year-old self? Like, what were you like when you were 18?
So 18 was what? When
You were 18.
No, I know what grade. Senior year
Senior
of high
year,
school.
graduating, yeah.
But is senior year 17 to 18 or 18?
17 to 18.
Yeah. So like end of senior year.
Yeah. Let's say you're graduating high school. What are you telling? What is some life advice you want to give young John? Young skinny John, just getting out of high school.
One, just like, it's corny, but like just be yourself. Because there was a while, like a lot, not that I've ever been like super fake, but I felt like I'd have to like act a certain way, or like I'd have to act like I was into certain things or do certain things to like appeal to certain people. But like when it comes down to it, it's so corny, but it's true. Like, be yourself, because the people you're going to want to spend time with are the people who like you for you.
Right.
You're not going to want to hang out with people who think you're into fucking golf if you're not. Like, faking it will only get you so far, and then you'll realize, like, I don't like this. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of the people that aren't close with their friends from high school is because they quote unquote changed. I mean, some people change in college or whatever. Like, all of our friends have changed, but I feel like if you don't remain friends with them, a lot of it is because maybe you guys really didn't have as much in common as you thought you did, and you were kind of put into that same group in high school based on like what you wanted to appeal to, that sort of thing. Like, that's kind of deep. And that might be like completely wrong. But
I've never thought about it that way, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
Because I feel like once you get to be like our age, like, you know, when you're in college and you're in your 20s, you start to kind of realize like you can just be who you are and like do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel like you make your best friends for life, is like in there.
And I think that's why you, me, Shim, Willig, Chris, Chief, like, we're so close still. I've said it before, but like all of my best friends currently are, and probably for the rest of my life will be, my friends from like middle school and elementary school even.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with those friends, like with other people, I was like, there was things that were fake about me.
Yeah.
But with those friends, it was always like 100% from the get-go. We were just ourselves.
Yeah.
And so it's like, when you're not having to like change anything, then I feel like everyone just accepts like how people are, you know?
That's true. It's very enlightening to realize that. Like I thought about that the other day. I was like, I think it started because I made some joke that like I just can't say on here. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just like a bad like, and that's like the kind of sense of humor that like our friends have.
You're really fucked up.
Yeah, and I was like, how did I find a group of people that like have this exact same sense of humor? And I was like, did we all like kind of like grow up together and somehow all gain this together, or were we all like deep down had this dark part of us?
That's why we connected.
And that's why we connected. I don't know, because it's not like I met 5-year-old John and I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
I know this guy.
Yeah. No, man, it's weird to think about. It's also really enlightening and like relieving to know that regardless of who you are or like what you're into, there's going to be people that are going to be your community.
Yeah.
Whether you're like super nerdy and like into like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever, like there's a bunch of other people,
yeah,
that could be like your best friends, and maybe at your high school you had a shitty go of it because maybe you couldn't find those right people, but it doesn't mean they're not out there.
Right.
Like there are, and I think that's what like took me a little while to realize, and for some people it takes them even longer to realize that like you feel like you want to appeal to. Okay, I guess a good example is in like middle school and high school, like the popular girls, like the hot girls.
Sure.
Everyone thinks you want to like be cool because you want to try and get with like the hottest girls in the grade. But you come at a certain point, you realize that a lot of other people are really hot too.
and they have cooler personalities than the popular girls.
Yeah. I mean, there's popular girls that I'm sure are great, but like you get so wrapped up in the idea that like, oh, the girls that are the hot ones in like 8th grade, those are like the ones you got to get.
Yeah.
But like some people just haven't matured yet.
Right.
And it's the
late
same.
bloomers.
Yeah. It's the same with like attractiveness or like just friends or anything. You think you got to be like the cool kid or get like the popular girl. But there comes a point when you realize like, I don't give a fuck who was popular in high school. Like,
yeah,
there's a lot of hot people that like weren't the popular kids.
True.
I don't know.
But I'll read some of these 18-year-old things. I feel like the biggest thing to say to your 18-year-old self is like you said, be yourself. And if you are somebody that like maybe you don't have a great group of friends, or like you're worried about, you know, like you just haven't found your people, like maybe high school is hard for you, you will find a group of people, because there's definitely a group of people out there for everybody. Unless you're like a serial killer.
I was literally about to say, unless you want to like murder people for fun.
But there are communities of people who are into that.
Yeah.
Find a cult, you'll be perfect for it.
Wait. One thing before we go to what other people said. One more thing. I really wish I knew this from the get-go. I know it now, and it's like helped me a ton in my life. But like, trust your gut, I think, is a huge thing for me. Like almost always, if let's say I have to make a tough decision, almost always for me, the best decision has been the one that my impulse wants me to make. So it's like, all right, I either have to do this or this. I really think I should do this one, but I'm going to take a step back and like think about it and stress myself out. Just go with your gut.
Yeah.
There are times when you got to like, you know, take a step back, think about something hard for a while. But I would say most of the time, at least in my life, my heart always knows what's right. And like it usually works out for the better.
All right. Listen to your heart. Profound message from John Farrar. Okay. Someone says, whatever you're worried about right now, it will make no sense to you in 6 months. That's true. Like 6 months ago, what was I stressed out about? Losing weight because I couldn't eat food.
Yeah.
Now I can eat food and it's great. I was probably worried about like finding a job.
Yeah. There was a time 6 months ago when our other job had kind of like ended.
Yeah.
We weren't fired. Justice.
We worked ourselves out of a job, basically.
Our old job was like kind of a temporary thing, and it got to a point where there was no more work. But there was a while when we both were like, fuck, what are we going to do?
Yeah. And now I'm like, I really like my job, and I miss my job.
Yeah. Even just like stuff outside of work, like with your passion, like for this podcast, for example, 6 months ago.
Yeah. What were we
getting? We were getting way
1,000?
Less downloads. And I was like, I don't know. I heard this quote where it's like, the things you have now, you once dreamt about having, but now you like want more.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, if you would have told me when we started this that we'd get 3,000 downloads in a month, I'd be like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And now we're there, and it's like, not that it's not cool, but it's like you always raise your
you want to go.
standards.
Yeah, you want more.
Yeah.
That's a good. I feel like that's the attitude of a successful person, is like always wanting more and saying like, what's next.
But also being okay, being able to be content and like appreciate where you're at.
Appreciate the progress. At least for me, I have gotten a lot better at like looking back and seeing like where I was like however long ago and seeing where I am now and like appreciating how much progress I've made in a certain area of my life. Like that's important for you to do, to look back. Like maybe you're not like, I wish I was stronger. I wish I like had lost more weight, or I wish I like, I don't know, had more subscribers or something.
Yeah.
But like take a step back of like when you wanted that before and look at where you are now that you're like going after that. And it's like a cool to realize like what you were saying back then, you would have appreciated where you're at now, but now that you're there, you don't really appreciate it. But yeah, you should definitely take time to appreciate it, because like progress is good.
Yeah. And it's important to like take time to be like, you know what? You did good today.
Yeah.
Or like to just like give yourself some
pat on the back.
recognition. Yeah. Because there's a lot of people, myself included, are like really hard on themselves. And it's like, let's say you set a goal where you want to hit 10,000 subscribers in, I don't know, let's say you're at some certain number and by the end of the year you want to get to 10,000. Maybe you get to 9,300 or something. And part of me would be like, fuck, I didn't reach this goal, and that's what I said I was going to do. But then you could also look at it like, I just got to 9,300 subs. Like, that's pretty damn good. And that's way more than I had before. So, like, even if you don't reach the goal, there's still a lot of things to be proud of.
Definitely. I only read the first half of this, so we'll see what this turns into.
Okay.
If you're afraid, do it anyway. It'll most likely prove to be the best adventure. When dating, look at actions more than words, or at least synchronicity between the two. Find your own path/voice. Grow beyond your parents. It's okay. Hold on to joy. It will serve you well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was very profound.
That was a loaded one.
High school doesn't matter at all. That's a good one. I mean, like don't fail out of high school.
A little bit, but yeah, for the most part, I think I like that. How did she word it? If you're scared of it, do it anyways, or something.
If you're afraid, do it anyway. It'll most likely prove to be the best adventure.
Yeah.
Like you jumping off the building that you didn't do.
Well,
that would have been a great adventure.
You're right. Like, obviously I was scared to do it, but I guarantee if I did it, there's like almost 100% chance I would be alive.
Yeah. And you
I
wouldn't
would be
regret doing it.
You're right. I wouldn't have. I'd be sitting here and I'd be like, I'm glad I did it. And that, I agree. I'm a hypocrite here.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things in life where it's like, I don't necessarily want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway just for the story.
Marathon.
Yeah.
I hated every second of that. I was not happy.
And you also hated the training leading up to it.
Yeah, that was even worse.
So, yeah, but it
was when you're done, it's like you sit back and you're like, I just did that. That's so cool.
And it's cool knowing that like you've done something that not many people have done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
a
millions
lot of people have done
but
it, but
percentage-wise, not that many people have done a marathon. Yeah. And you have. Yeah. It's cool.
That's one of those things that you can like look back and be like, what did I accomplish this year?
Yeah.
I ran a marathon. That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. And that's why I love having a podcast, is because it almost gives me a reason to like do crazier shit, I feel like, because if I didn't make any content, the only thing pushing me to do something is like my own self, my own mind. But now which is good. But I'm someone who I feel like I need the extra push. Like there's no way I would have done or gone as hard in my 30 days of hell fitness thing if I wasn't doing it for a video.
True.
And so now that we do stuff, I can do stuff knowing like this will be good for the podcast.
Yeah. Someone said, don't overpluck your eyebrows. They'll take years to grow back.
Good thing we remember when I offered
dude, if you
for like $5,000 to shave your eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't pull that trigger.
Yeah, after we did that, Anthony texted me and he's like, bro, don't let Kyle do that. Because he said for some people, they never grow back.
That would suck. That would really suck.
Kyle would have to be like one of those girls that has like the
Drawn on.
I'd
get like a tattooed eyebrow on. Yeah, that'd be bad. You'd get like a side look from me and you'd realize like I have no eyebrows.
Yeah. Fuck. All right, well, we're going to move on here because we're getting near the end of the episode. But if you guys have any things you would tell your 18-year-old self, be sure to leave it in the comments or message us. Love hearing from you guys. And
if you are young, seriously take our advice.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't turn out like the greatest person in the world.
Hey,
but listen, I'm proud of who I am.
Sure.
And that shit would have helped me, so maybe it'll help one of you.
I'm happier now than I was when I was that age. I'll say that.
That's true. All right, moving on to our segments here. If you guys are new around here, how it works is today we got top 5, what would you do if, and sports with Kyle, which is going to be interesting because there's been no sports for the last 3 weeks.
All right.
So I saw this thing online, and it was, I think it started from Jimmy Kimmel.
Is this top 5?
Yes, but sort of. I don't like Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. I hate both the Jimmys.
You don't like Jimmys?
I don't like those Jimmys, but I saw one of them started this thing on Twitter, hashtag I knew I had cabin fever when, and people tweeted some things they've been doing that are kind of weird.
Okay.
So I'll read some of them after you and I go, but what are your top 5 like most out of the ordinary things you've done during the quarantine?
Okay, I got a couple. One, sending videos of myself dancing to people. Another one, I washed all of my shoes in the washing machine.
Every single pair.
Yep, all my white shoes.
Your
not
Metcons?
I washed like 4 pairs of shoes.
I'm always paranoid about washing shoes in the wash because I feel like
they're nice and clean. Yeah.
I worry that it's gonna like fuck up the inside of them, like the way that the foot feels or something.
It did a little bit, but like once you wear it a couple times, it's back to normal.
Did you ever play a virtual board game with your sister?
No, not yet, but we're gonna play Risk online. I bought Monopoly on my Xbox. That's one thing.
Okay.
What
That's 3.
What else have I been doing?
Have you like done anything weird like cleaning windows or like maybe lint rolling all your clothes?
I cleaned my room.
Is that rare?
Kind of. Like
Yeah.
my room's not dirty, but I just kind of like toss a bunch of shit on the futon in the corner.
Yeah.
And it's like it builds up.
Did you do like a deep clean, like the whole corner to corner?
No.
No.
I put a shelf together.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like probably the next thing for entertainment is going to be mowing the lawn. So just like chores, like
yeah.
I don't know.
But it's weird because normally chores,
cooking.
when you do them, you dread doing it because you know like I could be doing something more entertaining right now. But during the quarantine, I've been doing chores, but I don't even mind because there's nothing else to do. It's so much weirder that quarantine is going on while sports are also not going on.
I know.
It really, like it'd be different if it was quarantine, but all the sports were still going.
Like I forget what it's like to have sports on TV and like be able to turn it on and be like, oh, I'm just going to watch this game.
Yeah, dude. It forces you to do different things.
Like it makes me appreciate sports more. Like I didn't know what I had until it left me.
Yeah. Even the sports you don't really like that much.
I would be fine to watch like golf
Or bowling.
or bowling. Like I don't know. I need some sort of competition that I need to watch.
Yeah. So I wrote some of mine down. I said I cleaned the inside of my car like corner to corner.
Oh,
I
that's next on my
vacuumed
list.
it. I just feel, but I don't like doing it. I do it like maybe once a year, but when I do, it feels so nice having like no like
Clean slate.
leaves anywhere.
You
like,
found a razor blade in your car?
yes, like a sharp Tommy Shelby razor blade.
That's weird. Someone may have been trying to kill you, but like dropped it.
And then they were like,
fuck, shit.
yeah, man. I mean, it was probably my dad because he is like
He
a
wanted to kill
construction
you.
guy, and he always has.
Just carries razor blades.
He does, but I'm like, I was thinking, why would he have it in my car? Because the only times I've driven
That's
him,
all I'm saying. Stay woke.
he might be trying to murder me.
Yeah.
So if I get slit in the throat, investigate him first. I'm gonna say it now.
Okay.
I cleaned. So I mentioned last episode I cleaned in a whole office, but that isn't the weird part. The weird part is I had so many boxes of shit that I've like kept boxes for, of like old shoe boxes. Which, why does everybody keep shoe boxes?
I don't know.
Do you keep shoe boxes when you get new shoes?
No. We do have things stored in shoe boxes though.
Yeah,
But I don't no longer keep shoe boxes.
I had so many boxes that I spent 45 minutes breaking down boxes to put in my recycling bin.
They're just empty?
Yeah, just a bunch of empty boxes I had to break down.
Jeez.
I had a lot of boxes. I've been reading 20 to 30 pages a day on a 900-page book, which is going to take me a long time. But I've been sitting on the couch without any distractions, reading for like 40 minutes at a time, which is like breaking records here for me.
Okay. How often are you talking to people?
Not the only time I say words is when I'm on Xbox with you guys.
Really?
Yeah, because no one's home, and I
Damn.
like the guy that I work for. I don't really talk to him because it's all online. I just edit from home. So
wow. So you need more social interaction in your life. This is a big day for you.
This has been the biggest talking day in a while. Also, the other day I got so bored, I searched music videos on YouTube.
Just searched it.
Just
what was the
videos.
first one that popped up?
I don't remember. I can do it right now. It's probably going to be like one of the biggest ones.
It's gonna be like,
what do you take a guess?
Justin Bieber.
Uncle Murda, Dope Money by World Star Hip Hop, that was posted 3 hours ago.
Won't be listening to that.
The second one is The Box by Roddy Ricch that has 79 million views. Wait, music video. DaBaby posted one 4 hours ago.
Again, dude, how many music videos does he have?
A lot. And then my last weird thing I did was I started eating bacon again for no reason, and I really like it.
That's good.
So,
Bacon's good.
That's that.
Cool with bacon.
All right, Kyle.
Yeah.
What would you do if?
Wait, whoa.
Whoa, what? Oh, sorry, your top 5.
Trampling over me?
I forgot.
Gotta let me fly.
I know.
Okay, John, top 5 most attractive girl names.
I mean, it's all going to be based off of people that I already know are hot girls.
Yeah, but I feel like there's some names where it's like, oh.
Like Angelica. Or like.
You think Angelique is a hot name?
Yeah, I feel like she'd be hot. I feel like she'd be like a different nationality than me.
Yeah, okay.
But like have an accent and be
Southern
really
America.
hot.
All right.
I don't know. Are there people named Angelica? I feel like
I think
that'd
it's
be
like
hot.
Angelica.
Angelica? Okay.
Or Angelique? Angelique?
This is hard.
I'm going to rattle off names.
Okay.
Tiffany.
No.
Rachel.
No.
Kara.
No. If any basic white girl name, I don't think is like a super hot name.
Oh, okay. So you like foreign names.
Not necessarily foreign,
like
but just like something a little more.
Slavanka.
No. Anything with like schlud.
Yeah, Schlo should not be in your
Not
name.
good.
Like Schlo. Yeah. That's actually pretty hard. That was a hard top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Margot, but that's because Margot Robbie. But I do think that name is a hot name, but it's probably just because Margot. Like if there was an ugly person named Margot, I don't think I'd find it that hot.
Yeah.
But
like
I'm
Adriana Lima. Selena Gomez.
I don't think Selena Gomez is that hot. Wait, I'm gonna look up famous actresses and just
Jennifer Lopez.
see, but
Garner. Lawrence. There's 3 right there.
ooh, Scarlett.
Yeah.
I'll go. So that's my third. Let's see.
All right. Let's just turn this into what are your top 5 hottest celebrities?
No, because we've done stuff like that. I'm just looking at just names. Charlize. Is it Charlize or
Charlize Theron.
Charlize? That sounds kind of hot.
Sounds like a dude.
Charlize. Yeah, probably not that one.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
I mean, Emma Stone I'm in love with, but Emma's kind of basic.
Emma.
Mila Kunis.
Mila. That could be like, I don't know. When I think of Mila, I think of like potentially like.
I think of Salami.
Yeah, like think of a guy named Milos who's probably just like a sweaty dude.
Milos like smokes cigarettes at the back of the butcher shop.
Yeah, and he's got like a wife beater on and he's sweating.
Yeah.
That's Milos. All right.
All right. Well, I don't know.
On.
This was hard.
That was a hard one.
Talia.
Natalia. John just likes foreign names.
Yeah, anything that's just not basic. Marion
Barber.
Oh, dude, I love Jessica Chastain.
Who's that?
She's hot.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Who is she?
Where'd she go?
Jessica Chastain.
I'm into redheaded actresses. I think that's a trend that I'm realizing.
Whoa.
Because Emma Stone, Jessica Chastain.
Yeah.
Stop. I don't want to sign up for your fucking website. This girl?
Oh.
You recognize her? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. She's from something.
She's from
Yeah.
she's from It Too.
That's yeah. That's right.
She's in a lot of stuff though. But all right.
Wow, John likes the redheads.
Dude,
That's good to know.
yeah, redheads with certain like jaw structure.
John likes redheaded girls with nice jaws.
Bro, I've said it before, but big teeth and like whoa, I just spit.
Yeah. Watch it.
Big teeth in like just a defined lower half of your face.
Do I have that? I got big teeth.
Not particularly. They're not like
Are they not big enough for
standoutish
you?
though for
I
me.
feel like my teeth stand out.
Not enough for me though.
Oh,
You know.
all right. That's fine.
All right. Kyle, what would you do if you could become or gain the properties of any object at will? Which object are you choosing? So, for example, a
Bra.
sword.
I don't know.
No, you all right.
Like, can I be something that's alive, or like it has to be
No,
like
it
a
has
lamp?
to be an inanimate object, but you can either become it or you can get the properties of it. So
I would be a camera, because then I could like be brought around and see stuff at least.
okay.
I'd probably pick that.
That'd be cool because you still have your consciousness.
Yeah, because like if I'm a couch, I just
probably be kind of lit though. Just
get
'cause
not like
kids-
always though.
Can you? Yeah, maybe if you could pick whose bra it is.
It's like whose couch? Then it's like, yeah, sit on my face. Oh,
Someone's toilet.
yeah, no, that's like worst pick.
Just look up
Like a
just do
plunger.
Shit. Just
Yeah, someone opens the lid and you're like, oh, hello. Oh,
no.
yeah.
That's gross.
No, I'd probably pick like a camera because or a cell phone because you're at least.
Yeah, then you're just in someone's pocket all the time.
Yeah, I'd pick a camera because I'm getting pointed at people.
And then you could like watch podcasts live like this.
Yeah, someone could be watching us right now.
What if this podcast what if they just hate our podcast though?
Well, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
Learn to love it.
All right.
All right, John, what would you do if you could have one night with your dream girl, your dream redheaded, nice cheekboned, big toothed actress lady, your dream girl, your girl, you could have one night with her, but your entire family gets coronavirus. Are you doing it? Taking the silence.
Could this one night turn into anything, or is that it? Because if one night's it, I'm easy choice. I don't want my family to be at risk. But my family's pretty healthy.
Maybe like one night, and like if you impress her, there could be a second night. But like you got to be on your top game. A game, yeah.
All right, so if I could go on a date with Emma Stone for one night,
And your dad gets it, your
Okay.
mom gets it, your sister gets it.
hear this.
Okay.
We made a bet that if I ever married Emma Stone, you would be my butler for the rest of my life. So if I went on this date with Emma Stone and it went well,
Okay.
I went on a second date. I started dating her. One day I marry her.
Your
then
family all has
My
coronavirus.
family gets corona, maybe dies, but you're my butler. So
So you would sacrifice your family's life so I could be your butler. And you could be married to Emma Stone.
sometimes in life you have to make sacrifices.
I'm not going to lie. Being like your butler wouldn't be too bad. Like I'd make you shit, but like,
You'd make me shit. You'd be like, poop, just poop.
yeah.
John,
John, you're going
have
to sit down.
shit.
You're going to take a shit right now. Flex your abs. Yeah.
I mean, realistically, I'm gonna not risk my family getting corona.
Okay.
But like, if it got to a point where they said like 95% of people that get corona will survive, I might take that gamble because my family has a pretty healthy immune system.
Okay.
My
You're risking your parents are. I
They're
don't want
older.
to say they're old,
they're old.
but your dad's a senior citizen.
He is. He gets discounts when he goes out to restaurants.
All right. So when you're at that level, you're in danger. If you can go to Denny's and get a discount, you're in danger.
See, but I don't feel as impelled to protect my dad when he's not even willing to protect himself from this virus. So it's like, if you're not going to take the precautions to protect yourself, why should I give up a date with Emma Stone?
Would he be happy that you're on a date with her? Or would he be like,
I think he'd be
what
proud.
the hell?
No, he'd be proud of me.
Okay.
Like,
well,
get
that's
that
good.
action, son.
Would he?
He wouldn't say like that.
I would
but I
never.
know in his heart, he
Those
would.
words would never come out of your father's mouth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the last segment here. It's Sports with Kyle.
Woo, yeah.
You know, unfortunately, there are no sports happening right now, other than, like I told you, like Korean baseball or Japanese baseball or something.
Yeah.
They're playing with like masks on. Pretty lit.
I've seen like ESPN or like these hoop accounts on Instagram have gotten so dry of content. They post like breaking news in the NBA, and then they post like a picture of some, like, I don't know, like Kyrie, and it's like, Kyrie found an extra sock in his drawer this morning.
Yeah, it's like they've gotten to the point where they're just reposting old stuff, and now they're like re-showing games, and people are live tweeting games. I don't know. Some people are like, oh, I just need some sort of sports. I need to rewatch games. I don't like to rewatch games. Even if it's like the Seahawks Super Bowl and they won, like, I don't really want to rewatch that. I've already seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not one of those people that like I don't like to rewatch games.
I feel that.
I
agree
but
with you.
The only news that I have, well, one thing is like Madden and 2K are doing a cool thing where like some players got together and like created a tournament where they're going to play against each other. Mm-hmm. So like KD, I don't know if it's like one-on-one where like you're using your own character, but like KD started the tournament and there's like 16 players that are doing it. I don't know if they're using their own players or if they're using teams, but yeah, there's 16 players that are doing it.
So they're doing like an online,
like head-to-head. It's like a tournament, yeah,
with other pro players.
Yeah, and they're doing that in Madden too.
With NFL guys or the basketball guys?
Yeah, NFL guys.
Oh,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like one of the first round matchups is Patrick Beverly and Hassan Whiteside, and like
do they hate each other?
I don't know, but they're both just like big shit talkers, especially Pat Bev. So that's gonna be fun to listen to. I hope that like you could probably stream that somewhere. Like I think they're gonna be live streaming.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is like the Olympics got scheduled for 2021, so they're not canceling it. It's just Dick Pound delayed it a year. So
that's okay though.
Like that made me kind of happy to know that like they're still planning on doing it, because I've said it before. That is my favorite, like all-time favorite sports time is Summer Olympics.
Better than the round of 64 March Madness?
It's hard because I don't know. It's just because there's the anticipation for the Olympics, and it's just something that I don't watch a lot. And then when it's on, I'm just so immersed in it. Like I record almost everything and I watch everything.
And what's so amazing to me about the Olympics is there's something so entrancing about watching someone that is the best in the world at what they do. Like college basketball is fun, but they're like, in a sense, they're still amateurs. Like they're not professionals yet. But when you watch the Olympics, there's no one on earth that is better than these people.
Just like watching people run that fast and jump that high and swim that fast, it's like, you are the best in the world. Yeah. And I feel like that would be even more cool. Like I would rather win a gold medal than like a Super Bowl or like a World Series.
Really?
Yeah, I think winning a gold medal in an individual event is like top of the top.
But like think about basketball. I feel like people
in
don't
basketball, I'd rather win a
praise-
championship
Yeah, people don't praise the gold medal as much as the NBA Finals.
because there's not as much competition.
That's true. If the Olympics in basketball was insanely competitive, that would be really cool.
Yeah. I think it's getting to be that way because there's some pretty good Canadian players, and like the basketball world is spreading. There's some great African players,
And like just
European players.
Yeah,
So-
a bunch of really good European
yeah,
players.
like
too.
weirdly like not Slovenia,
Wherever
Serbia.
Nurkic or
Serbia.
No, who's the big
He's
guy
from-
on Denver?
Jokic. He's from Serbia.
Yeah.
They have they have a bunch of players. I want to say Luka might be from there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have good players. Yeah. I wish the Olympics were coming this year because it would be like in the next couple months, but
Yeah. But what is cool is that at least when we have it in 2021, do you think that means there will be only a 3-year gap till the next one?
yeah.
So that'll be cool because then we'll have to wait less.
That's true.
Till we get the winter.
And then the year right after that's going to be Winter Olympics
Wait, the year?
because it's 2
'cause
years.
It's every 2 years.
Yeah.
It goes summer then winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go Summer Olympics, have a 1-year gap, and then Winter
Olympics, 2 years, summer.
That'll be pretty cool.
Not bad.
All right. Well, that's it for today, folks.
Also, all the players that like lost their season this year in college, they all got their eligibility for another year.
For every sport?
Spring players, yeah. It's like baseball players, softball players.
Basketball?
Our friend got golf for another year.
Basketball or no?
I don't know if they did basketball because they already basically played their whole season.
Dude,
I don't know about basketball, but yeah, that does suck.
But yeah, one of our best friends, Chris, he's a D1 golfer at Gonzaga.
Got another year.
So is he gonna take it? Is he gonna play?
We'll see.
I assume there's gonna be a lot of people that are like,
it's gonna be weird.
even though they get the offer, they're like, well, I'm graduated or done with classes, so why would I stay here? Like, if they're not gonna try and play pro, I feel like a lot of the people are like, this is kind of pointless
grad
anyways.
school or something. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's cool that they did that.
Yeah, they should have done that, and I'm glad they did.
So, anyways, guys, thank you all so much for listening. Like we said before, be sure to go to the Apple Podcasts app, search Peak to Middle School, rate us 5 stars, and write a review. It takes like 12.2 seconds, and it means so much to us. And I guarantee all you pieces of shits.
Yep.
That's right?
No.
Oh, well, they're all just sitting at home. They're probably got some Cheez-Its in a bowl, maybe mixed with goldfish. And
Someone's got a dick in their hand.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. So just go on the app. Leave this because the episode's already over. Just click right now. Go there. Rate us 5 stars. Write a review. Kyle, where can I follow you?
Instagram at Kyle Stafford 36. Follow the podcast at Pim's Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Come say hi. We're bored. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very bored. I don't know when you guys will see us again in person recording an episode, but we gonna try and figure this shit out for moving forward. So thank you all so much. Have a great day, and we will see you guys on Monday.
Bye.